Okay, a very good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, that's the way it is. कहाँ इतना लेकिन थोड़ा थोड़ा गुड मॉर्निंग आया जरा आयशा के सेशन में आए हो तुम लोग इतना सोता सोता गुड मॉर्निंग कैसा बोल सकते गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yes.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
everybody.
ये हुई ना बात. This is how it is supposed to be now. Okay, everybody. Um, Welcome to WHH Talk Show. This is Aisha Sheikh. I am the founder director of AES and founder admin of WHH. That's We Happy Homemakers. I welcome you all. Here are my two of my lovely admins. मेरे दो अनमोल रतन कहाँ गए? यहाँ छे. Radhia and Alia. So my lovely peelers of WHH. So welcome आलिया एंड रदिया. पता नहीं तुमको वेलकम करने की जरूरत नहीं, तुम मेरे 6 हिस्से वहां पे हेलो हाई कर रहे हैं वैसे. So today's session is going to be an informative session. Okay, it's something like not everyone talks about. It's something rare, I can say, because there are many homemakers what I've seen in UAE, or many people who are actually like doing really well in their lives, and suddenly they come to UAE, they are hopeless, they don't know where exactly to go. Should I go and get a job for myself, or should I start something for myself? Like they do not understand what exactly needs to be done, so they're trying a lot of stuff. So we have got one of our expert, Miss Pavithra, here on board. She is going to tell you all a lot about small business, and she's going to enlighten you all with the different tips and tricks and ideas of how to start one for yourself. Okay, so moving forward, I want you all to know a little bit about Miss Pavithra. Miss Pavithra Celine Trinidad, she has started her own business setup company called Enrich Ventures
Enrich Ventures
Business Setup
Business Setup
Services.
Services.
That's nice. I can hear my voice. It's so beautiful. Did you all get an echo along with me?
Yes, yes.
You did, right? Okay, cool. Well, so I'm going to start again. So we have our next speaker here, Miss Pavithra Celine Trinidad. She has started her own business setup company called Enrich Venture Business Setup Services LLC. So she helps women to start their companies in small budgets. EIM options or installments are also there. So you don't have to worry about huge capitals needed for licensing or visas. And her company does freelancing visa and all the other types of visas too. They can also solve any kind of documentation challenges. They can get the license and visas done as soon as possible. Pavitra is one sweetheart. She's very humble. If you talk to her, you'll be like, हाँ हाँ business अभी अभी शुरू कर देना चाहिए इसके साथ. She's that kind of a person. So and she agreed the moment I said चलो मेरे WHH members को बता दो थोड़ा बहुत enlighten करो उनको समझा दो कि कैसे business start कर सकते हैं. And she was like all in. Aisha done. बड़ा सा एक thumbs up आ गया. And I was like so sweet. इतने प्यारे लोग हैं आजू बाजू हमारे माशाल्लाह से. And she agreed to come and talk about this small business ownership, I can say. So, Alia and Radia, over to you. I want you all to welcome my guest, and then we will hand it over to our beautiful Miss Pavitra.
Yes, good morning. A very warm welcome to Miss Pavitra. Thank you so much for gracing a session. We have recently started our venture too, a small venture. So looking forward to hear some few successful business tips from you. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, welcome Pavitra. And as Aisha has told that even I have interacted with Pavitra many a times, and she's really a sweetheart, a very down-to-earth person. And I have bothered her also while doing my licensing thing. She was always there to guide me as to what are the nuances of starting with a small startup. And she's really, really very versatile. And inshallah, I hope she's going to give you a very clear idea about how a small business startup begins with.
Inshallah. So that was a grand welcome, Miss Pavitra. Thank you so much, and we welcome you on board.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, each and everyone, for being here. Thank you so much, Aisha, Radhya, Alia, for the introduction. Really means a lot. And this opportunity itself means a lot because, at the end of the day, we have so much of knowledge, so much of information, and we are not taking anything with us, are we? So it's just that when we are here, sharing it with other people, because even if I don't share it today, maybe you will get to know later by someone else. But it should not be too late by the time you are well aware, because we all are in a different country altogether. We all are starting to do something legal, a business, but we don't know. We all are scared when it comes to legalities. So what people do, they either take half information and they just start off, or they don't start at all. Because I speak to so many people, they are so scared. They have a plan, they're so scared, they don't start, or they just take half information, start, and they get caught. So this is where I'm specialized in. I give free consultation to everyone, give them a very clear overview of the start, end, renewal, liquidation, amendment, making sure they know what they're getting into. Because when we are an expat, we have to follow all rules and regulations, legalities, and everything comes with a cost. Because anything that we want to do in a business, say issue a license, amend, liquidate, there is a charge to it. And it's always better that we are aware of everything and then start a business. So I want this session to be interactive. Let's see how many people thought starting a business in UAE is expensive. Raise your hand. How many people thought starting a business in UAE is going to be very expensive? Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you, we feel that way. It's just because of lack of knowledge. But if you see, Dubai and UAE, they are coming up with so many startup options. They're coming with so many SME staff friendly, investor friendly options. It's just that we are not aware of it because maybe of a lack of knowledge. And we feel that, okay, starting a business is very expensive. But we can start business in Dubai, even starting from 1,000 dirhams. Even from 1,000 dirhams, if we are a home-based artist, or we are home-based, art or painting maker, we can start a business from home, and it starts from 1,000 dirhams. Right. So this is where I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you with all the information that you need to start your business on a very, very small budget or EMI options. So this is where I'm specialized in. I will quickly share my screen and I will
Yep, got it.
share the presentation that I have. So how to start a small business in UAE. So I'm going to cover about a little bit of these topics today, different types of license. I'm going to give you a little basic information of license in Dubai, because if you know this basic knowledge, you will not have difficulties in starting your business. So that's me. My name is Pavithra Celine Trinidad, CEO and founder of Enrich Ventures Business Setup Services. That's my Instagram handle. So you can just scan that and you can connect to my Instagram as well, where I post a lot of useful videos for people who are looking to start a business. And a little bit of myself, a little bit of introduction about myself. So I came to Dubai with a dream of just working here in Dubai. So from my childhood, when people used to ask me what I want to become, I never said I wanted to become an engineer. I never said I wanted to become, a doctor, or I never had these dreams. All I wanted to do was just go abroad and work. This was my ambition. And I did come in Dubai looking for a job. And unfortunately, I got a very wrong job. I got into a company which was doing immigration services, where they used to take money from people, promising them to give visas, and then nothing happens after that. So coming from a different country altogether, I was really scared what to do. So I didn't find a solution because I was really new. I didn't have support. I didn't have anyone here to support me. So I went back to my country with a broken ambition. So I did come to Dubai. I did get a job, but then I was still not satisfied that, I got my ambition completed. I was not satisfied. So I was really, when I went back, I had my parents to answer. I had relatives. The moment they see me, the first question they used to ask, "Kab ja rahi ho tum Dubai wapas?" That was the only thing they asked. No one really cared about my mental health. No one really cared what I'm doing with my career. No one really cared what was my financial background. All that they cared was, "Tum kab ja rahi ho Dubai wapas?" So this was also motivation for me. So I took their taunt as motivation. I decided I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I did a mistake. I understood, okay, I was not well prepared. I did a mistake. I came with half knowledge and I goofed up. But the second time, I took a loan on myself. I took a personal loan. I came back to Dubai again. I looked for another job and I got a job in one of a very good company here, which was also a startup, but it was a business setup firm again, who gave me an opportunity, believed in me, and I worked there for good 5 to 6 years straight from nothing. I kept giving them my best. They kept giving me opportunities. So which means in Dubai, while we are choosing a job, we have to choose the right job as well, because that helps a lot with our career as well. And because of which today I have my own company and I'm giving opportunities to others. So I'm really thankful to God, the people who gave me opportunity, and people who are supporting. And today I'm here and I'm helping other people. So because I received the help, I received someone holding my shoulders and saying, you know what, do this, it's okay, let's see. So that is what I wanted to become. I wanted to become someone who can support someone in startup, be that helping hand. And that's what I do. I happily help other people win on a very low budget, on a very startup budget, to start their dream company here. So this is my office located on Sheikh Zayed Road. Just a few pictures of my office. That's the building. And I have a small team as well who support. Once I get clients, they support in getting the work done. So this is my main topic. I want to educate everyone about the different jurisdiction or different types of business or business license that is there in UAE. How many of you have heard free zone mainland but don't know what exactly that is? How many of you? We have heard free zone mainland, but we don't know what a free zone is, what a mainland is. Right? So many of you have heard this term, free zone mainland, free zone mainland. I'll tell you, free zone mainland are different type of jurisdictions in UAE, right? Because a lot of businessmen or startup company face a lot of problem because of choosing the wrong jurisdiction, right? For example, someone is looking to do business B2C, which means they are looking to target local clients. They are looking to target local market. They want to put up a shop or an office and they want to deal with local clients directly. They have to take a license in mainland only, because in mainland it gives them the actual legality, it gives them the actual freedom to do business directly with all the clients and all the local market in UAE, and business internationally as well. So if you take a mainland license, you can do business locally, you can do business with other free zone companies and internationally. However, taking a free zone license, you can do business B2B. You can only do business B2B. You cannot do business B2C, because that's the major difference between mainland license and free zone license. Just because free zone license is cost effective, just because free zone license is cheap, people in the initial stage don't understand the difference, blindly take a free zone license. And after they take the free zone license is where the problem starts. You've already invested in a free zone license and now you have your own restrictions, you have your own terms and conditions, and people are not okay with that, right? In a free zone, how can you do business? I will give you an example. Imagine someone has taken an events management license in a free zone. Now, this means it's B2B. They can cater to clients, they can get clients, but they cannot go and do all the event arrangement themselves, because they are B2B only. They're allowed B2B only. In this case, they will have to join hands with another events management company who's in the mainland, who has a mainland license. So the client belongs to a free zone holder. The free zone holder join hands with mainland. So they collaborate and they have to collaborate and do the work. This is how legally a free zone company should work. Many people do not know this. They just take a free zone license and they just start catering to clients left, right, and center. So what happens when something goes wrong, or someone out of jealousy reports them, or someone, try to just, a lot of people don't like it when you're doing a good business and when you're doing good in market. So they try to complain against you, or they try to raise case against you, they sue you. And when you're getting sued, the issue starts from there, because minimum fine is 50,000 dirhams and maximum is up to the government, right? Because every license comes with its legality, with its freedom, with its way of doing business. So before investing in a license, we'll have to understand what type of business we are looking to do, which market we are looking to cater. Is it going to be a local market, or am I okay to do B2B? And if you're okay to do B2B in the initial stage, then yes, go for a free zone license, start your business B2B, test the waters, get your clients, get your niche, make a clientele. Then after a year or two, you move to a mainland. So, this is how a free zone or a mainland works. In free zone, there's visa restrictions. In mainland, there is no visa restrictions. But we have to follow a few other legal regularities in order to be in mainland and get visas as well. Free zone is a tax-free zone. If you're not doing any business inside UAE, you don't have to pay VAT. You don't have to pay tax. But however, in mainland, because you are in the local market, you have to register for VAT. You have to submit VAT. You'll have to have an accounting in place. So, there's a lot of difference between mainland and free zone. I will also make a video, a very clear video, because recently I've seen a lot of people make a mistake choosing this jurisdiction. So I will definitely make a completely brief elaborated video and post soon, and I will also post it in WHH group so people will get more in-depth knowledge, because now I'll just conclude it with the basics so that we also cover a few other points, important points that I have. Freelancer is not a business license. Freelancer is a permit issued to people such as singers, dancers, photographers. They all work on gig basis, project basis, project to project. They keep traveling. They don't do business. So when they get a project, they just do that project, which could be for an hour or a day, and then it's done. So for them, this freelancer permit is issued. It's not for business, right? And then comes offshore. Offshore is not a license at all. It's for people who are looking to start a parent company and then invest in different firms. In offshore, there's no visa eligibilities. So choosing the right jurisdiction is a very, very important point, which I wanted to cover. Any questions in this, or we can discuss the questions later?
Questions, we'll keep it at the end.
Okay, perfect. Now, I have made a list of mistakes that we as startup do, because before knowing what all I'm eligible for, we'll have to first see what all are the mistakes other people are doing, because as entrepreneurs, we always learn from other people's mistake because they're already experienced that. So if we don't have to experience that, we have to be, alerted beforehand. So I've made a list of mistakes other entrepreneurs do, so which will help us as WHH members, right? First thing is huge investment. People start arranging huge investment. They bring in a lot of money and they just put in all the money at once, and then they don't know what to do. They take fancy offices, they start issuing visas, and then they don't know how to run the show. Or not planning expense for 6 months. According to startup people, what they think, once they start the business, that's it. I'm ready. Once I get my license, I'm ready. Once I get my business set up, I'm ready. I don't have to do anything after that. No, your expenses starts when you get a license, because after that you have your recurring expense, your visa expenses, your office expenses, your marketing expenses, your your business expense starts from the time you get your license. So at least planning 6 months expense in advance will help you run the business on a longer time period. It will not be a short game, it will be a longer game. Choosing the wrong jurisdiction. Now that I've given you a little brief about jurisdiction, you will understand, because all you have to do is realize what business you're doing, which clients you're looking to cater, and then choose the right jurisdiction, so that once you take the license, you can at least keep renewing it for a year or two, instead of not even able to renew the license in a year, right? Many partners, recently this has become a very big issue, especially in us women, where what we try to do is we try to get in a lot of partners together on one license, right? Minimum 5 people, 6 people in a license, where it's just to cater or just to adjust the license cost. We just bring in members, get them on the license, pay small amounts, get them on a license. But there's a lot of issues that comes in later. If you're planning to bring members, you should have partners whom you trust blindly. If you do not know the member, you do not trust the member, it's better not to take the person on the license, because once you're in a license, it's like a long-term relationship. You cannot break it without divorce papers. The same way, you cannot break a license, you cannot break a license when you don't want to be in a partnership. You will have to follow the legalities. You will have to get an advocate involved, sort out the issue, go to the free zone, then liquidate. It's better you choose one general manager in the license who has a power of attorney, at least from all the other members, to do other amendments behalf of other partners. Or don't get into the partnership if you don't believe each other. Keep it minimal, keep it 3 to 4 people in a license where you trust each other. That at least we are going to have this license for a year or two. Make a note of all the rights you're giving each others, everybody sign, and then start. Don't get into a partnership just to cover the license cost. It will cause you a lot of trouble in the near future, in for renewal, for amendment. People just abscond, because we all are coming from other countries, right? You never know, one person has just exited the country, and until the renewal comes, you don't know this person has already exited the country. I have so many, people now trying to get that issue sorted. Applying for employment visas before probation. Do not apply for employment visas until they complete probation. Keep this in talks. At least only issue them offer letters. Do not finish the full employment work, because now employment visa cost minimum is 7,500 per person. And if the employee quits, this 7,500 dirhams will be your loss. So be very wise before issuing an employment visa. Not maintaining accounts, not having a bank account and not maintaining the accounts, bouncing the checks. This is going to affect your company in a longer run. Speaking to a lot of people about your plans and your business. So not everyone is genuinely happy for us, right? Not everyone is genuinely happy when you're looking to start a business. Keep it minimal. Discuss with minimal people, because everyone has different ideas. Everyone has different information. They will give so much information that you will be overwhelmed, confused, and you will stand in confusion. Speak to just few people whom you genuinely think are happy for you, will give genuine feedback. Speak to just few people, take your decision. Do not speak to anyone and everyone. I've seen this is a very common practice. They send a request to all the consultants in Dubai. Sit in a meeting with all the consultants in Dubai. All the consultants give so much information that they are confused, and they have already dropped the plan of starting a business because they are so overwhelmed and confused. Don't do that. Yeah. Next, taking an office from the first year. Government has a lot of relief in terms of office. In the initial year, you don't have to take an office. You can do from home also. You can take an office, or you can take a shared desk. You can take a shared office. There are a lot of options. Do your research, see which suits you best, but don't take a full-fledged office, because that's a high expense that you will cater to. Taking unwanted liabilities on the company's name, such as SIM cards. You know what people do as soon as they get a license, unwanted, because now they can take a SIM card on the company's name on, postpaid, 100 dirhams. They take so many SIM cards and end up in a huge liability. They take phone bills, they take car on loan on the company's name. These all end up in a lot of liabilities later, where you'll have to liquidate the company, or the company will go under court notice later. Yeah, so be very wise before using the license for any liability purposes. Choosing the wrong marketing agent, I myself, I felt this, because when you're not aware of marketing and you want leads, you want marketing for your business, we choose the most cheapest, the most cheapest guy who's giving the cheapest cost, economic cost, but then you know the service also will be the same, right? Choose your marketing agent wisely, someone who understands your business well, someone from your network, someone someone who is recommending, because then it is a longer relationship, or else it's going to screw your whole account, right? I had to liquidate all the accounts that was with the old marketing agent and start from zero again, which took almost 6 months for me. So you don't do that mistake. Not signing memorandum of understanding agreements or other paperwork. So if you're into partnership, make sure everything is black and white. You're in partnership, you want to put everything on the paper: who has financial rights, who does not have financial right, who has the username and password for the bank account, who has the debit card, who has the checkbook, who has the license, everything to be mentioned on black and white, and sign it. Taking India number, taking a local number, taking a local number of the person also makes a lot of difference. Okay, taking another number, for example, if I'm a partner, taking my husband's number as a sub number. If I'm not reachable, you have another point of contact. Always make sure you have a second point of contact for your partners, right? Because that's easier, because we all are coming from a different country altogether, right? Not renewing or liquidating. People don't even know that the license has to be renewed, because in India, you don't have to renew your license. Just take your license and keep using it. In Dubai, every license is renewing. If you're not using a license, liquidate it. Do not leave your license like that, because it becomes a liability. You will have issues in the immigration later, right? If you're using the license, make sure you're renewing it on time, or before time. Do not let the license expire, because that again creates a credibility issue. And if you're not using a license, you're not using something, people just leave it like that itself, right? Don't do that. That will create a lot of issues in the immigration later. If you're not using a license, if you're a partner in a license and you're not part of the operations, get out of the license, liquidate the license, be liability free. These are a very few important points, and people don't realize the importance unless and until it becomes an issue later. Yeah. And using personal account for business in the initial stage, it's fine, but once you have your Instagram account, you have your website, it's always suggested take a company bank account, keep your company transaction separate, keep your personal account separate, because now tax, VAT, a lot of legalities are being introduced. Having business transaction in personal account could also bring you bad issues later. So keep business transactions separate, your personal transactions separate. So these are the few mistakes that a lot of entrepreneurs, startup people do, because of which once the license is issued, once the business is started, they get issues one by one by one. So keeping all this in mind, we know what we should not do. And now let's see what are the other options I have for you. So as I promote startup in a small budget, these are a few small budget licensing or options that you can go for, because in setting up a proper business in Dubai is not expensive. Talking about the first option, only Dubai e-trader license. I've mentioned 2,999. This comes with a bank account. So the license cost is 1,070. DD charges is 400 dirhams. So the remaining is for the service fee and bank account. You don't need a bank account. You just need a license. In 1,500 dirhams, you will get a license to do your business. I have made 10 business ideas on my Instagram. You can go check. If you're looking to start a business, you don't know what activity, but you have some talent, you're good at some artwork, some creative artworks, some marketing, you're good at something, just go check if you're eligible for any of those activities, and you can start from home, right? At this cost. Coming to the second one, licenses with one visa. Recently I did an event in Sri Lanka, and a lot of people started coming to Dubai. So they want a license and a visa for them in a budget. Other people gave them quotation of 25,000, 30,000. I gave them an actual quotation of 15,000 dirhams, where I could give them a license and a visa for 2 years for them to start their business. So if someone is looking to get a visa as well and do a business in 15,000, it is possible. You can take a license and a visa. If you do not have 15,000, no issues. There is a free zone called Ras Al Khaimah free zone. You have to pay 7,000 dirhams in advance, and the remaining funds, the remaining 7,000 or 8,000, you can pay in installment. So imagine you need a license, you need a visa, but you don't have funds, you just have 7,000. It's okay. Still, there is solution. We can still do it. We'll have to submit check to them because yes, we are expats. So we'll have to submit them checks, but you can still start your business and get a valid visa as well. The third option here, free zone license installment. There's a free zone called Maidan Free Zone, right? They are helping people start license with installment option. If you have a checkbook or a credit card, you can pay 1,050 dirhams per month. So it will be divided into 12 and you can get your license. So, you want a Dubai-based free zone license. You don't want Ras Al Khaimah or Sharjah. You want Dubai as an address, but you're still on a budget. No issues. You have these free zones where they're giving you EMI options. You can use EMI options and start your business as well. Yeah. Coming to Dubai mainland, a lot of people give Dubai mainland quotations for like 20,000, 30,000. So yes, it comes approx 20,000, 30,000, but it is for huge setup, setting up a clinic, setting up a saloon, setting something big. But if you're looking to do, small, start a business like a events management consultancy, project management, you can do it in 15,000. You get a license and 2 years visa as well. In mainland, there is no EMI option. You'll have to pay full. But instead of paying 25, 30,000, you start off with 15,000 approximately. Only license. All right. You want to do B2B. You want to have different activities. You want to have trading. You want to have consultancy. You want to have e-commerce. You want to have different activities, but you don't want to take different license. You want everything to be clubbed in one license. You can take a free zone license without any visa eligibility, and the cost is mentioned here. Approx 5 to 6,000 dirhams, you will get a license to do all the different business activities on one license. There are people who don't want to start a business, but they want a valid visa. They want a visa for 2 years. What they can do is they can take a freelancer visa, an independent visa for themselves under a different company as an employee. If they are inside the country, they need 2 years visa only as an employee. Then this is the cost, 8,999. They are coming from outside the country, they need 2 years visa. This is the cost, 7,999. And they need a license with a visa, no issues, in 16,000 dirhams. We can help them have a license and 2 years visa as well. So these are the documents required. This is the time frame. Documentation, it's not an issue. Documents required is very simple. Just passport copy, visa page, picture, 3 trade name options. And if you have an Emirates ID, then Emirates ID will also be needed. This is just the documents needed to start a business. So we don't need any fancy documents or huge documentation to start business in UAE. And the license can be done minimum in 3 days. But if there's any external approval, then it will take a longer time because different government also will be involved. And visas can be done in minimum 5 working days. So this is the time frame as well. Thank you so much. So here I'm coming to a conclusion of my presentation.
Okay, you'll have to stop sharing the screen. Miss Pavitra, it was amazing session. Miss Pavitra is freezed, I guess. Miss Pavitra, you there? Sorry, girls.
Perfect.
All right, that was amazing, Miss Pavitra. It was like so insightful, so informative. Trust me, if I had found you like at least 2 years ago, my life would have been sorted. You were not there. You are not my friend. I blame you for that now. So,
I'm so sorry for that.
but that's okay. Never too late. I still have my license. I have two of my licenses, and I'm so glad I could get you on board and help. Our WHH members. The thing is, I recently had a conversation with a couple of people, and one of them, Ruby, is here. She was in a notion that licenses are around 10,000 dirhams, 12,000. And then I was thinking, as far as I know, it's not that expensive for home bakers. It starts from 1070. It's that low. And yes, we do have DD Cafe license. We have Shams license as well. And that's how I could give her the information. And you started with that same thing, that many of us, we don't have information about licenses. And we compare our license to somebody else's. That, oh, isne to itna pay kara, mere ko bhi itna ch karna padinga. That kind of
True,
notion
true.
we go through. And then we don't start anything. जबकि इनमें इतना टैलेंट होता है बंदियों में, एंड वो फिर प्रमोट करने के लिए भी डरते हैं कि यार करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए, मेरे को सिर्फ फैमिली तक करना है, बिकॉज लाइसेंस इतना ज्यादा हो रहा है. So this is for everyone, all the bakers out there. In case you want to start, please do. बहुत कम में होता है. I am telling you, आपका लाइफ सॉर्टेड होगा. आप 3-4 ऑर्डर ले लो केक्स के, आपके 1000 दिरहम वैसे भी कवर हो जाएंगे. या 1500 आपको मैक्स करना पड़ेगा, तो वो कवर हो जाएंगे 4-5 आपके ऑर्डर्स में. बट यू सॉर्टेड. उसके बाद पूरे साल आपको कोई टेंशन नहीं, आप आराम से मार्केटिंग कर सकते हो, अच्छे से ही कर सकते हो. सो हैविंग लाइसेंस इन यूएई इज अ बून. कर लो आप. अगर आपको लगता है कि कोई नहीं ले रहा है, प्लीज उनको भी बोल दें कि कर ले. इट्स बेटर सेफ देन सॉरी. पता चला कहीं कोई को और आके भी ऐसे बोल दिया, या किसी ने कंप्लेन कर दिया आपके खिलाफ, तो आप ऐसी दिक्कत पे नहीं आ जाओगे. ठीक है, दिस इज ऑन अ पर्सनल नोट. मैं बता रही हूँ, मैंने देखे हैं लोगों को ऐसे, लाइक दे हैव बीन रियली इन मेस. तो आप नहीं करो ऐसे. बेटर गो फॉर द लाइसेंस. And or if you want more information, obviously we have Miss Pavitra here. She her what's her Instagram page? Is Biz Influencer. That's right.
Yes.
Bizfluencer. Yes, Bizfluencer.
Yes, that's the page. And please drop your contact number below, Miss Pavitra, so that our girls can connect with you. Girls, we are open for queries. Here we have many queries in the chat box. So, Miss Pavitra, would you like to address all of them?
Yes, sure, sure.
Please do. It's from Samia. Yeah, start from Samia Asfar. Is digital marketing also included in freelance?
Okay, in e-trader, yes, digital marketing is also included. Any business that you're going to do online, like for example, you're making some handmade products and you're going to sell it via Instagram or via your website. Digital marketing, yes, because you're going to be serving the client online. So you don't have to go physically or do anything. So even sitting at home, you can do the service and cater to them online. Yes, in e-trader, digital marketing is also there. I have put a video about this as well on my Instagram. Please do check. And yes, if you're into digital marketing and you want to do it, do get in touch with me. I will give you proper consultation and I'll help you out with that. And when we are talking about bakers, I will just add one more point. As per government, anything and everything that has to do with human consumption, human skin, or human education to do with human brain is highly regulated. It's highly regulated. Our guest, Miss Rachel, also will agree, because when she's starting her clinic, she would have taken so many external approvals from government showing that she is experienced. Her clinic has experienced people. They are very well equipped to give proper service to humans, and there'll be no, like you asked, will there be any side effect, or only experienced people are working in a clinic. So the same comes with baking as well, because it's food consumption. There's, so anything has to do with food consumption is also highly regulated. you can take a free zone license, no issues at all, because you can do your delivery through a third party delivery company. It's fine. But you will have to show a kitchen space. Why? Because there's a few requirements from government when you have a kitchen space, because it has to be hygienic. You should be equipped in terms of providing hygienic food. So what you can do is you can collaborate with other restaurants who already have approved kitchens, cloud kitchens, because yes, they are already approved. So you can collaborate with cloud kitchens, you can collaborate with other restaurants. We all have one or someone else who is having a restaurant, who owns a restaurant. If they can give you an agreement saying that yes, whenever you have to bake, you can come and bake in my kitchen, right? Just an agreement between both of you. So when there is a legality, if someone reports you, you have an agreement should to show. You can show them that though you're a home baker, you are using a professional kitchen space while doing your baking, right? Everything, your kitchen is well equipped, well, hygienic, and you're providing hygiene food to people. So your cake is hygienic, made by an expert. So you'll have a paperwork. So this is I will make a detailed video. I'm already doing my background research on, helping bakers, because from our group, all, many people are home bakers and they want to know how to get a proper license because they're scared. They do so much of hard work. It's amazing cakes, very beautifully decorated, but they're scared to market it because of they don't have a license. And if you market without a license, it's illegal. So, getting scared, we understand why you're getting scared. I will come back to you guys with a proper, budget license, and how you can collaborate with restaurants or cloud kitchen on a budget, and boldly, proudly advertise your baking and your cakes and get more clients. I will do that. I take that responsibility.
Perfect. So we have next query here.
Yeah.
One of our admins, like who has recently started a startup, Roots to Success, and inshallah it's gonna be a big boom. Aage jaake. So she has a query saying that in partnered license, is it better to have an agreement letter stating the clauses of being into business together and duly signed by all, just for the sake of security? I think I would agree with that. Yes, you have to. MOU to karna
100%.
hi hai.
100%, 100%, because this is one thing that people don't even realize. When I was giving consultation to Alia ji, that she also was into partnership, I gave her a clear picture, because, I am in that role that I have to educate them. I told, you could be sisters, you could be BFFs, you could be husband and wife, but when it comes to business, business doesn't know your relationship. And when it comes to money, everybody are different, right? So have everything in white, black and white. Today we are friends, tomorrow there's an issue, we have a misunderstanding, because it's common, we are human beings, we can have miscommunication, misunderstanding. But if you have everything written in black and white, at least you will safeguard your business, you will safeguard your role, you will safeguard your investment. So without a memorandum of understanding, don't get into a partnership, because in a license you get MOA, but that is very generic, common, that says equality to all. But always have a memorandum, because we all have different terms and understandings, right? So put that all in a memorandum of understanding. Who's going to handle social media, who's going to have username and password of the social media? Okay, do everyone has the username and password? If someone is changing, okay, everyone has to know the username and password. Put everything. Now, there's nothing small or big in business. Put everything in a paper, everyone sign, and start off. And then even sky is not the limit, because even sky, we have broken the sky also. Now the space is our limit. So yeah.
Okay. So session was amazing. Looking forward to meet you as I'm in same path. I will be contacting you if you're doing golden visa for Sharjah, says Nisha.
Okay, definitely.
Okay, Samia, the Instagram handle, yes, Pavitra, you please drop it in the chat box so our girls can follow you there. Nisha
Okay.
says, I have agents with me, but why to give it to outsiders if you are there? So sweet. Okay, ये बोलते हैं trust. Ruhina says,
Yeah.
I will definitely think about the license now, as I was really scared for home-based online baking and food stuff business. So abhi you have the support here, Ruby. Ruby, is it you? No, Ruhina, it's different. Yeah, another person we have, Ruhina. Okay. She has mentioned that. So you can contact Pavitra anytime. Next one, if you take up any franchisee, but I'm in India, can we move to UAE and start up? How risky is it to move with a family? Say school
Okay,
social.
I will have a detailed consultation because this has a lot of points that we'll have to include. Because, first you'll have to come, start business, you'll have to make a roadway from India, and then you make the path clear so your whole family transfers without any issues. So I would like to have a one-on-one with you. So just let me know whenever you're free. We can have an online meeting, or you can come down to my office and we can discuss more. I will guide you in depth and then we can understand. Just sharing a small experience, like one of my customer who's coming from Sri Lanka, she's into making personalized gift. Now she's a single mother, she has 2 kids. So she was like, I want to come start a business, and economy in Sri Lanka is not good. I said, if I wanted her to just start a business with me, get a license, I would have told, yeah, come, I'll give you a license, do business. But I gave her a clear picture. Doing business here is not easy. You'll have to first make your market, you'll have to make your niche. Don't bring your kids along. First you come, bring in expenses that you'll have to put in your expense for first 3 to 6 months, right? If you can get a job, get yourself financially, economically fine here, then slowly start a business, then you can shift your kids as well here. Because you can't just come start a business, bring your kids, you'll be into a lot of financial crisis because Dubai is expensive. So I would give more in inputs on that. So let's meet on a one-on-one, and I'll love to help as many people as possible, because license and business, everything, yes, but speaking to people and giving consultation, that's my passion. I do it with a lot of love, and if it can help someone, I'm happy.
That's amazing. Thank you, Pavitra. Another one from Rajni. To set up a sari business that's selling saris at home, do we need to take a mainland license?
Not at all. You can take a e-trader license. There's an activity which a lot of people don't know. There's an activity called e-commerce, right? It's called portal. The activity is called portal. Any business that you want to do online, right? You can have a website of your own. You can have an Instagram of your own. You're making handmade product, or you're selling something online. You can start it with an e-trader license as well. It's that simple. And just start your business. You never know which business is small or big, right? Once you start, you advertise your business, you market your business, and then after a year or two, then you decide to put up a shop for your sari business. Then you take a mainland license, because mainland license is for people who are putting up a shop and selling saris. But if you're going to do it online, you're going to do through word of mouth, you're going to do it through your Instagram, no need to take a mainland license. Just take a e-trader license, start off 1 year, test your markets, test your niche, 1 year, 2 years, and then you put a mainland license when you need to take a space for yourself. I hope
Amazing.
I answered that question.
The one more here. Anyone
Mhm.
dealing in packaged foodstuffs trading, is it mandatory to be specific to deal with edible stuff which are approved by UAE government?
Yes, because again, as I told, anything to do with human consumption, yes, it's highly regulated. Because if anything happens to a human being consuming your product, then your issue starts from there. So it's always preferred to trade already approved products. If the products are approved by Dubai Municipality, DHA, trade in those products. If you're not sure of the products, if they are not certified, not approved, avoid trading food stuff of those kind, because just to save yourself, because here legality is strict. So yeah.
Okay. So I think most of us, okay, there's more. Do the influencers also come under the same umbrella of e-commerce?
Okay, no, there's a separate activity called blogger, right? Anyone who's, because now I see everyone and anyone has become a YouTuber. The full day their life is on YouTube. They promote third companies without proper licensing, which is wrong, because they are promoting a company, and if that goes wrong, you are sued too, because you promoted that company. So do it with a proper license. Blogging is a very good business activity as well, so that it's called blogging on eTrader. So take a proper activity close to your business, and you all can become influencers and YouTubers and everything with a proper license.
Okay, so we have covered the chat box there. There's one more, like what activities are covered in E-Trade? It's the last one we'll have.
Okay, so in simple terms, I'll tell, because in e-traders also issued by Dubai Economic Department, just to inform that there's a list of activities that you can do. But any activity which is highly regulated or needs external approval, right? You cannot do education related businesses, you cannot do clinic related businesses, you cannot do food related businesses, because these are highly regulated business. There's a third party involved. Simple businesses where you don't need, it's a not high risk activity, for example digital marketing, right? uh, Events and planning. So you can take up events works, and you can outsource it to a mainland company, because here there is no risk, because you're taking business B2B, giving it to another B2B person, right? Blogging, you can do blogging, you can do digital marketing. So I've made like 10 business ideas. I've made a video, 10 videos on my Instagram. You can go check them and see if something kind of helps you. And I will try to bring in more ideas, more business ideas, and keep posting them as well. I'll post it in our group as well, WHH. So if it can help somebody, I'm more than happy.
Perfect. That would be amazing. Thank you so much, Pavitra. That was amazing. And I can see the comments for both the speakers. Like everyone has been shouting love, lots of love. Please, girls, do share your feedback on our WhatsApp groups as well. Thank you once again, Ms. Rachel and Ms. Pavitra. It was really nice having you. And we will be posting this on our YouTube channel, inshallah. Those who have missed out can probably check it out. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Inshallah, we'll meet next month with two more best speakers, hopefully. Okay, lots of love.
Thank
Take
you so
care.
much for the
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Aisha
thank you
and
so much,
everyone. Thank you
Aisha, and
all.
thank you,
Thank you.
Celine, Pavitra.
Thank
Lots of
you.
love. Take care. Have a great day.